What is a seller's market in real estate? You may have heard that we have a huge seller's market right now in real estate. Do you know what that means? This real estate frequently asked question comes up from time to time when somebody asks, how is the market? They want to know, is it a buyer's market or is it a seller's market? Is now a good time to buy a home? I have prepared this short video to demonstrate the conditions that make this a seller's market, and then we'll show you the numbers and how we actually are able to determine the number of buyers and sellers in the housing market. Sit back, relax, grab a cold drink, and follow along to find out what makes today the strongest seller's market I've seen in my 30-year career selling homes in Tallahassee. Hi, I'm Joe Manassa, author of The Business of Getting Business and the creator of Manassa.com, where I've helped tens of thousands of people buy and sell homes. I would like to help you too. If you already are a subscriber, thank you and welcome back. If you are not a subscriber, please consider doing so now. We offer the most accurate housing market reports on YouTube, plus answers to your real estate frequently asked questions, and we also provide virtual tours of some of the most beautiful homes in Tallahassee. Simply hit subscribe to get started, and the bell so you're the most informed buyer or seller in your next real estate transaction. The definition of a seller's market in real estate is simple. It means there are more buyers than sellers in the market. The supply and demand for homes is a relationship that continuously changes. The real estate market is unique in that there is not a dominant party in the market. By way of comparison, in the automotive industry, there are only a handful of producers, so they have more control over the supply side of the market. In real estate, there are tens of thousands of new home builders in the U.S., and this decentralization means that there is far less order and control over the production of new homes. Thus, the market has a tendency to overcorrect itself. Home builders earn a living by building homes, and financial pressures push them to want to continue building. This lag to respond to market changes means that the cycle changes in real estate are extended and therefore fairly predictable. We know that the market will go from one extreme to equilibrium and then to the other extreme before coming back to a balanced market and doing it all over again. When buyers get very active, perhaps the local population is growing or mortgage interest rates drop, we often see a decline in the number of homes for sale in the market. The increased demand is not immediately acknowledged by new home builders. If this continues for a good period of time, local builders begin to take notice and they start building homes at a faster rate. The number of home builders rises too. Collectively, they build more homes, sell more homes, then build even more. Typically, this goes on until we see the demand for homes flatten out and then fall when the stimulus that had excited buyer demand either goes away or diminishes in value to buyers. The builders who do not adequately monitor the supply and demand for homes continue to build, and then the market becomes saturated with new homes. This shift, where sellers outnumber buyers, is called a buyer's market. Because there are so many players involved in the housing market, we tend to see cycles where we go from a seller's market to a balanced market and then to a buyer's market. Some home builders go out of business. The remaining builders slow the production of new homes until the supply of homes for sale is reduced. This reduction typically runs long enough to take the market to equilibrium and then back to a seller's market. And then it all happens again. Does this make sense? The ebb and flow of the market always have us moving back and forth from a buyer's market to a seller's market and back again. So what is a seller's market? A seller's market is one where there are more buyers than sellers, and our current market happens to be the strongest seller's market I've seen in my 30-year career selling homes in Tallahassee. Before we look at the data that clarifies market conditions, would you please take a moment to like this video? It's important because it tells YouTube that this is a video worth promoting on its network. Thank you. Take a look at this graph of current market conditions. It shows the supply of homes relative to the current rate of demand, so we call it the relative supply of homes. We measure relative supply in months of supply, meaning the number of homes it would take to consume the current supply of homes for sale. Here we see the green line shows the number of homes sold each month. That's the demand. And the red line shows the number of homes for sale each month. That's the supply. When we divide the demand into the supply, the result gives us the relative supply of homes, shown in blue. Finally, we take the 1-year average of the relative supply to remove seasonality, and we can see this plotted in yellow. When the market is balanced, we refer to this as market equilibrium. Most real estate experts consider equilibrium, or a balanced market, as one with 6 months of supply of homes for sale. Let's look at how glutted the market was from 2006 to 2014, where the relative supply of homes peaked at nearly 14 months of supply. We spent very little time at equilibrium, and now for the past 6 years, the overall market has favored home sellers. As I've stated emphatically in recent housing market reports, we need more homes. If you have a home you'd like to sell, the market needs you. If you're a home builder, please get busy building more homes. Let's take a look at what it's like being a home buyer under differing market conditions. This graph measures the percentage of listed homes that sell each month. In a balanced market, we would expect about 1/6 of the homes to sell each month. When we apply the seasonal effects to the market, we expect about 4 months per year to have higher sales figures, 4 months at normal levels, and then 4 months below those normal levels. Instead, the huge buyer's market that developed in 2006 resulted in a lower percentage of homes selling each month for nearly 10 full years. As a buyer, you could take your time and examine plenty of homes, knowing that there were far more sellers than buyers in the market. Now that we're in a seller's market, conditions are completely opposite for buyers. If you don't jump on a good house right as it hits the market, you'll lose it to another buyer. There are far more buyers than sellers in today's market. Home buyers need to be prepared to move like lightning when they discover a good listing, because it's highly likely other buyers are discovering it too. The seller's market conditions make it a difficult time to be a buyer, so make sure you have the best real estate agent you can get. Finally, take a quick look at the raw numbers for the market. Remember, a measure of around 6 is a balanced market, while a lower number is a seller's market and a higher number is a buyer's market. I've identified seller's markets in red, balanced market conditions in green, and a buyer's market conditions in orange. And what is so interesting is that we have all 3 markets happening at once. Overall, we see a seller's market in all 4 quadrants of Leon County. Overall, homes priced under $400,000 are in a seller's market. Homes priced $400,000 to $550,000 are at equilibrium, and homes priced above $550,000 remain in a buyer's market. Seeing the data like this should help you appreciate that the market for your home, or the one that you want to buy, is far more local than merely county level or even quadrant level. And you have to analyze the specific neighborhood around you to determine the market conditions for your home. A good picture of this can be seen in the $400,000 price range. We see a balanced market overall, yet there is no quadrant where the market is balanced. Northeast Tallahassee is a seller's market. Northwest Tallahassee is in a buyer's market. Southeast Tallahassee is in a seller's market, and Southwest Tallahassee has not seen any sales in this price range. So, whether you are buying or selling a home, make sure you get briefed on the current market conditions specific to the home you want to sell or buy. It will make a huge difference in how you should approach the market. So, do you have a good understanding of what makes a seller's market? I sure hope so. If you can think of something else I should have covered, please address it in the comments section below. Please take a moment to like the video if you think it was good, and subscribe to our channel if you'd like more answers to your frequently asked questions regarding the sale or purchase of a home. If you'd like to see the most recent housing market report for Tallahassee, you can click on the video in the box at the top left. If you'd like to view more answers to real estate frequently asked questions, just click the box below it.